Okay, this first poem I'm going to do isn't mine. There's a guy by the name, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right. His name is Anis Mojgani, and I think it was 2006. He was the National Poetry Grand Champion. And this is his poem called Direct Orders. You have been given a direct order to rock the fuck out. Rock out like you were given the last rock and roll record on earth and the minutes are counting down to flames. Rock out like you just won both showcase showdowns. Rock out like the streets are empty except for you, your bicycle, and your headphones. Rock out like your lips were just placed onto a breakdancing muse with legs that go all the way up. Rock out like Publishers Clearinghouse is ringing at your front door. Rock out like you don't ever have to open up a textbook again. Rock out like you get paid to disturb the peace. Rock out like music is all you got. Rock out like you were standing on a rooftop in the cities as loud and glowing as a river flowing below you. Rock out like the plane is going down and there are 120 people on board and 121 parachutes. Rock out like the streets and the books are all on fire and the flames can only be extinguished by doing the electric slide. Rock out like it's Saturday afternoon and Monday was a national holiday. Rock out like somebody's got a barrel pointed to your temple saying, rock out like your life depended on it, fool, because it does. Rock out like your eyes are fading but you still got your ears but you don't know for how long, so rock out like 5 o'clock time meant pop and lock time. Rock out like you got a pants full of tokens and nothing to do but everything. Rock out like you were the international skee-ball champion of the entire universe. Rock out like you just escaped an evil orphanage to join a Russian circus. Rock out like your hero was fallen and you're spinning your limbs until they burst into a flaming pyre of remembrance. Rock out like you were enslaved in the South and dancing is all you have to remember who you are. Rock out like your dead grandfather just came back to take a drive with you in your brand new car. Rock out like the table is full. Rock out like the neighbors are away. Rock out like the walls won't fall, but damn it, you're gonna die trying to make them. Rock out like the stereo's volume knob only has the figure eight of infinity on it instead of merely numbers. Rock out like it's raining outside and you got a girl to run through it with. Rock out like you were playing football in the mud and your washing machine's not broken. Rock out like you threw your window open on your honeymoon because you want the whole world to know what love is. Rock out like you just got a book published. Rock out like you just went to your high school reunion and find out that everyone, even the women, are all overweight and bald except for the former homecoming queen who has just been divorced by her impotent husband and who only has eyes for you. Rock out like you got a date with Heidi Klum. Rock out like the shadow of a man passes behind you, drops you to your knees, you're buckling in a cold sweat, cold metal is pushed to your head, and the trigger is pulled, and the gun jams. Rock out like you got an empty appointment book and a full tank of gas. Rock out like Jimmy has returned carrying brand new guitar strings. Rock out like the mangoes are in season. Rock out like the record player won't skip. Rock out like this was the last weekend, like these were the last words, like you don't ever want to forget how. It's a very wordy poem. I love that one. Everything else I brought with that I plan to do tonight has got some musical backdrop, so I'm gonna.
I'll get it. Canines, because then the dog whistle
would be nice.
That's cool.
Big fat dreams in solid gold, platinum records by flop artists, groovy dreams and groovy chicks. Kill me with your funky crossfade, man. My time, what time? Time magazine, digging the clouds, swim the sky. Brain dead junkie wind through your sail. Jimmy Jack, the Cadillac, creature of bad habit forming ways. Slicked up rhymes, the ways and means, bloody trinity, thoughts, words, deeds. Blind eye turned, deaf ears burned. Hey, murky pond, sun scarred life. Jive talking turkey leg on my table. The tale must be told. Tell it well, tell it fast, my good man. What's your riddle and what's my line? Life is dig, dude, like, wow, rain don't ruin my parade. Passions, rhythms, and booming grooves, shatter your mind, just let go. So to all you cool cats from one hipster to another, dig on life, or your hole is dug. Dig.
Oh yeah, here we go. Busting it out. Can I scratch order?
Yes, you may.
Alright, Kevin.
This is that's it. This is a poem called Downpour. It's got a little bit of a long intro, so it's the sudden downpour that wakes me. The haze slowly retreats from my brain. I see a brand new day. Passion's warm hand grips me, and I know all will be well. Thoughts flow through my head. A surging river of desire rushes forth. This unstoppable force erodes its way into my heart, disturbing the rhythm, a slight flutter. It regains its beat, a single syllable, a single word. Love, 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 love.
Oh man, I wanted to keep going.
This one is called Heaven. Never before have I had so much to say, but I really don't have any way to do it. You see, I find myself consumed, and as I am enjoying every last fleeting moment, I find myself wanting to convince you, to convince me, to convince my brain that what my heart is saying is real, because not a second goes by that my heart doesn't beat for you. Not a minute goes by without a thought of you. Not an hour goes by that my brain does what my brain does best, despite my brain turning my brain into one big mess until I can't use real words or even make up words to describe how inside out and upside down and twisted up and turned around you've got me in such a crazily pleasurable way. So between thoughts of your beauty and desires for your touch and cravings for your kisses and longings for your caresses, I'll jot down each word and each phrase I can best come up with to describe how my heart beats when my heart beats out a rhythm dedicated to loving you, and how that heartbeat gets my brain thinking about how my brain stops working, except for when my brain is dreaming of the sound of my heart beating next to the sound of your heart beating, and my lungs breathing in what your lungs are breathing out, and my fingers laced with your fingers, and my lips pressed to your lips. But then my brain is thinking that what my brain is dreaming is far more than simple dream, for each tender kiss is just so full of bliss that this can really only be heaven. Thank you.